And I'll just clip out a little bit of the beginning. All right. Hello.
Hello.
All right, so if you don't mind, will you just introduce yourself to the camera real quick?
I am Dorothy Bumgartner, and I am the media specialist at Glenn Middle School, and this is my 5th year as a media specialist here at this school.
Thank you. All right, so here are my questions for this interview, starting off with, prior to becoming a school library media specialist, what did you do?
So before I came here in this role, I was at a private school for 8 years. So I did get my master's in instructional technology, focusing on library, right after undergrad. So I went straight from undergrad to graduate school. So I got certified right away, and I got a job at a private school teaching kindergarten. It was a school that I went to, so I was familiar with the staff there, and I got a job there. And I worked in kindergarten for 2 years. I taught 3rd grade for 2 years, and then for 4 years, I was the technology, I was like an integrator for the elementary school there. So I was there when they rolled out one-to-one with Chromebooks. And so, gosh, that was maybe 12 years ago, or maybe even a little more than that, maybe 14 years ago. And so when they started rolling that out, they needed somebody there to train the teachers how to use them, show them best practices, kind of come up with the plan of like, what are the skills that we're going to make sure that these kids learn, like the computer tech skills that they need. So I was part of that. So that's what I did. So I was almost in the rotations of like connections. So I was scheduled to go into classrooms instead of like students coming to a computer lab. I was scheduled to go into classrooms, and I had to go see every grade like at least once a week, and sometimes if we were doing a project I would go more days, but I would go in and just like help the teachers and help the students use the Chromebooks.
Yeah, that's cool.
And then I got the job here. So now, so this is my 13th year and 14th year in education, and now I'm in the media center full time.
What inspired you to pursue a degree in school library media?
So my mom is a media specialist, so that was my big inspiration. Awesome. I mean, like growing up, like that's what I knew. She actually went back to school a little bit later to get certified in. She was the secretary at the school that I went to for a little while, and then she went back to school, became certified, and so while I was in high school, she was the media specialist. So that's just kind of like what I knew, and I knew that, she loved her job. I loved being in the library, so that was what inspired me.
Awesome. How do you determine the collection needs of your library?
A couple things. I mean, one of the main things is like I just see what comes in and comes out. I know that graphic novels are really important and really popular. I know that certain types of realistic fiction, especially like the girls, are liking more of the scary, suspenseful books right now. So I just see what's trending. But then also I run reports in Destiny to see like what are the top. Every month I run circulation statistics to see what are the top circulated books. How many books did we circulate? What genres circulate the most? So that kind of helps me. And then I also like read reviews and stuff on top middle school books and all the lists that kind of come out in the spring of suggestions and stuff. And I look through those and I see, okay, like does that meet? Does that look like something that would meet the like needs of our population? So I do try to buy things that are really more specific to our population. So sometimes there's books where I'm like, I don't know if this, our kids would necessarily see themselves in these books. So I try to like match it to, to our kids.
Okay, cool. What roles do you play within the school as far as a technology specialist?
So with technology, I feel like I am kind of the link that connects the teachers to what's kind of the instructional technology like coordinator, who is our supervisor, the media specialist supervisor. She usually is the one that is pushing out like some of the tech things that are coming down the pipeline or things that we're adopting, and she trains us, and then we might train, the teachers. But then also nowadays I've found that teachers know just as much about technology as
Yeah.
like maybe I do. So it's not necessarily like I'm training you guys on something that you don't already know about,
Yeah.
but sometimes teachers will come to me and say, I don't know how to do this. I want to try to do this. So it's kind of a one-on-one, like
Yeah.
needs-based with technology is.
Okay.
So I do feel like it's just kind of, it just depends on the day, what the teachers need,
Yeah.
or, you know, sometimes it's just like putting out a fire.
Yeah.
But I am kind of that link too between, you know, what the district is trying to push out
Yeah.
tech-wise and making sure the teachers are trained and feel like they know how to do it. And then also just the everyday
Yeah.
tasks that, you know, come up and troubleshooting and all
Yeah.
that kind of stuff. So I think that I am the point person for technology, but I don't always like know the answer right away.
Yeah.
So sometimes I have to go to someone higher than me or to another media specialist or just research it myself to figure it out.
Alrighty. And the last one, as far as reading for pleasure, what genre do you enjoy?
I enjoy historical fiction probably the most.
Okay.
So I love World War II historical stuff. I really like Jennifer Nielsen's books. I like Ruta Septis's books. Those are some of the books that we have in here that their kids read. I like Alan Gratz a lot. And then I do like dystopian, so I'm a big fan of, you know, all of the Hunger Games and the Divergent series and Legend, my Marie Lu. So those are kind of my top books. But then of course I like to read anything that's in here just because I like to know like what the kids, you know, I like to be able to recommend to the kids. So,
well, thank you so much.
No problem.
Has Ripen done